Hello, everyone. This is Lex. It is pretty late in the evening, but I felt the need to record this video. I have a friend of mine who posed a question that I asked myself several years ago, and I feel that a lot of people out there can use this information. I am a Christian, and I read tarot cards. I dream dreams, I see symbols, I see visions, I hear voices, all those good spiritual spooky things that people think are considered witchcraft. My gifts are not witchcraft. And if you have these type of gifts and you have been conflicted whether or not you can be a Christian and you can give readings or give people advice or guidance in their lives, why are you questioning this? Okay. Proverbs 18:16 says that your gifts will make room for you. If your gifts are that you are divinely guided, that you have a connection to the divine, and that you have answers for yourself, not only yourself, but others, then why are you questioning that? If you have the ability to cut hair well, you can make a living being a barber. If you can bake cakes, you can make a living being a baker. Okay? But if you are able to hear messages from God to be able to help people make decisions in their lives, people want to put a stigma on you. Why is that? So, the conversation that I had with my friend, we talked about, the time in which scriptures were written, when all of the references towards witchcraft and wizards and sorcery and things of that nature took place. What exactly was really going on? Reading the context, it did not sound or seem, from my comprehension, I got 3 degrees. So for me reading the scriptures, it did not seem like anything that I am doing. Okay. What I read was these people were doing evil to others, and they were influenced by witchcraft because they were being evil to other people. I don't do evil or harm to anyone, so I'm not a witch. And back then, this was a day, like, if you were sick or if you were conflicted with some sort of illness, if you had epilepsy, or if you had some sort of flu or fever or virus, you were said to be possessed by demons, or people called you a witch because you had a disease or an ailment of some sort. So this was a different day and time where they were not able to differentiate medical emergencies and illnesses from spiritual wickedness. And so then I asked my people who question whether or not, you should seek the advice of psychics. I do not consider myself psychic. Okay. I do have spiritual gifts. I'm able to see and hear. A lot of my gifts are very much visual. I see symbols and numbers and things, words kind of flash at me. So I do incorporate cards when I am asked for certain, when I'm asked certain questions. I incorporate cards because the pictures resonate with me. Sometimes the cards have words on them, and those words will flash at me when I pray and I meditate on whatever the person's question is. And I'm able to see that. And there is no spirit or soul within these cards. There is simply paper with pictures and words printed on them in a factory. There's nothing wrong with these cards. The cards don't have a soul. There's no evil in these cards. This is a deck of playing cards. This says blackjack on the back of them. Deck of playing cards. I can read these cards just as well as I can read these deck of tarot cards. And there's all kind of like vivid pictures on these. And I picked these cards specifically because of the pictures, because they was light, bright, and very colorful. And they resonated with me. And before I even learned the tarot, I was able to look at these pictures and pretty much tell what they meant based upon the pictures, because I have a gift of sight. I can look at it and my intuition tells me what the cards mean. And every time I get a question, if I pull these cards, the cards may mean something different depending on what the question is. So again, how is that evil? If I'm given a gift to be able to hear and see things, and I can help somebody else, and I know that my sole purpose on this earth is to not only be able to hear God's word, to protect myself, but also to help other people. My name means helper of mankind. That is my purpose, is to be able to help people. And if I have a gift that's able to help people, lead them and guide them and point them in the direction and the path that they should take, then why shouldn't I do that? I feel that's my job. I feel that's my obligation. That is my duty as a child of God, is to help his people to be on their path that they should go. But you have certain people who don't have these gifts and they don't understand. And they say, oh, well, if you can predict the future, then you're evil. That's witchcraft. That's evil. If you read cards, then you're evil. That's devil worshiping. I don't know nothing about the devil. I don't entertain that thought. I don't incorporate that thought. Again, piece of paper with a picture printed on it. That this is not the devil. It's just a card with a picture on it. Anytime you seek out the help of a spiritual advisor or worker or whoever it is that you reach out to, you have to look at the heart of that person and know what it is that they're meant to do, because some people are out there to just scam you and to take your money. And then there's some people out there who are actually genuine, who actually have a gift, that are actually meant to help you, who are actually put in place to guide you in the way that you need to go. So for all of you who are out there who are questioning whether or not you should seek the advice of tarot readers or psychics or whatever the case may be, unfortunately, people like me have to entertain, psychic platforms, because that has the greatest traffic. I'm a life coach. I'm a spiritual advisor, but I don't get a lot of traffic being a life coach or a spiritual advisor. But if I register as a life coach or a spiritual advisor on a psychic platform, then I'm going to get clients. I'm going to get customers. And again, I'm just out here just to help people. I'm not trying to pretend to be anything that I'm not. I believe in God. I grew up in a Christian family. My stepfather is a pastor, and my family knows what gifts I have. And matter of fact, there are other family members who have gifts. My grandmother was able to see and feel spirits. God rest her soul. But she was able to see and feel spirits of those family members who had passed on. We would consider that a medium. But that wasn't something that we called her. That wasn't something that we went to her for. But she was able to see and communicate with spirits in our family that had passed on, ancestors that have already passed on. But that's considered a spiritual medium. And a lot of you would consider that evil. My grandmother was very far from evil. One of the nicest women I've ever met in my life. Much nicer than myself. But again, there's nothing evil about me. I love God. And once I was able to personalize my walk with God and realize that my walk with him and my relationship with him is not confined in a certain box. I could not define my relationship with God with anyone else's relationship. It had to be my own. And once I combined my relationship with God with my spiritual works, my gifts amplified, I was able to hear him clearer, more clearly. I was able to see the visions more clearly. They became more vivid, more colorful. Even my dreams were more colorful and more vibrant once I combined and stopped trying to separate the two. Because what a lot of us do, we try to think that, oh, well, if I'm Christian, I can't do readings. Or if I do readings, I can't be a Christian. No, what kind of mess is that? What kind of mess is that? So I'm here to tell you, for those of you who are confused, because I know it's a lot of you out there, you can be Christian and you can be a reader. You can read cards. You can be an empath. You can be an intuitive reader. You can be a life coach. You can do Reiki. You can be a yogi. Any of those type of things. As long as your heart is pure and you're in the right place, that is not evil. It is not witchcraft. It's all in the heart of the person. And if anybody tells you different, it's because they do not know any better. It is because they do not understand your gift. And so it frightens them. When people tell you that your gifts are evil and it's witchcraft, it's because they don't understand it. They don't have your gift, so they don't understand it. They're afraid of it. So they want you to be afraid of what you are. You are who you are. God gave you your gifts. You are not seeing and hearing these things for no reason. Those are gifts, and they were given to you by the divine. So I hope this reaches you, whoever you are, because I know that my friend is not the only one that has these questions. I know that I was not the only one who's gone through this. So whoever this video reaches, I hope that it touches you and that it helps you. You have a great evening.